Good evening and welcome to the Cedar Falls, City of Cedar Falls Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for this Wednesday, February 12th, 2020. Used to saying that. Karen, do we have the roll?
Yes. Good evening. Atkins? Here. Hartley?
Here.
Holst?
Here.
Larson?
Here.
Leeper?
Here.
Lynch?
Here.
Prideaux? Saul?
Here.
Wingert.
Here.
Note that Prideaux is absent tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. First item business is the approval of the minutes from the December 4th, 2019 meeting. Is there a motion?
I move for approval.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Our next item of business is any public comments. So I'd open to the floor to anybody who would have something they would like to bring to the commission that's not on the agenda tonight. Seeing none, we'll move on from that. And our next item of business would be the nomination and election of officers. And we have a commission, a committee of Dave Hartley and Shelley Atkins. Do you have a report on the nominations?
Yeah, we, because of the fine service the last year, we'd like to nominate Marty Holtz as chair and Brad Leeper as co-chair.
Is there any other motions from the floor? If not, I think we'll just do it by voice vote. Is that going to be okay, Karen?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries. So we'll note too that since Brad and I are serving this capacity the second year in a row, the following year, we cannot serve in those capacities any longer. And so there'll have to be a new chair and new vice chair next year. So just kind of an FYI. We don't have any old business tonight. We have one item of new business, and that's a Highway 1 site plan review, a Residence Inn by Marriott. And who's going to introduce that one?
It's going to be me.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Holtz. Good evening, everyone. This is a site plan review for a Residence Inn hotel, flagship by Marriott. It's going to be located at 7200 Nordic. As you see, the site is located between two roads, Nordic on the west and Highway 58 on the east side. The proposed hotel is about 5-story high, and it's about 119-room hotel, sitting on a 2.65 acres lot. And as you see, there's on the left side image on the screen is the highlighted site as far as the context is concerned. Moving on, the proposed hotel is a part of Lot 4 and Lot 5 of Lockhart Pines subdivision. So if you see, the hotel building is located centrally, and then there is a peripheral parking and movement areas. Apart from it, there are two entrance exit points located from the Nordic Drive. Regarding the utility easements, as per the code, there are 20 feet setback on north and east side of the property, and 10 feet on the west side of the property as far as the zoning is concerned. Just bit a miss about the zoning. Wanted to give you a background about it. This property is located in Highway 1 Commercial District, and on top of it, it has two overlay districts. That includes Highway 20 Commercial Corridor, Greenbelt Corridor, and Commercial Corridor Overlay District. And when there are multiple overlay districts, and if there are conflicts between the standards, the most restrictive or the most specific requirements apply as far as the zoning is concerned. In this case, Highway 20 Commercial Corridor Overlay District rules precedes the other zoning, so all those additional requirements will be carried on as far as the proposal is concerned. Moving on to it, the site plan has a dumpster located on the northeast side of the corner, and there are public sidewalks proposed from the Nordic Drive to access the hotel, and there are internal sidewalks as well. Internal sidewalks vary from 4 feet to 6 feet wide, and that would be used for peripheral walking as far as the building of the hotel is concerned. Apart from it, the parking requirements includes possibility of 125 stalls as per requirement, but the proposed parking has 130 stalls. So as far as parking, the requirements are met. Moving on to the setback and the height criterias, the proposed hotel building, as I mentioned earlier, it is a 5-story high. There is no height restriction in this overlay district, and with the kind of proposal that we have, has varying heights from 25 to 65 feet. So they have like different stories and segments of roof styles, which I'll be elaborating further. As far as the character of the hotel is concerned, regarding the setbacks of parking, there is 20 feet setback on north, east, and the west side of the property, and there is 5 feet setback to the parking on the south side of the property. All the setback criteria are met as far as the zoning code is concerned. Moving on, so as you see on the screen, it's a utility plan that shows the gas connection, that's highlighted in the yellow color. The green one highlights the stormwater intakes. The applicant has proposed the stormwater underground detention chamber on the southwest side, which is just highlighted. And then there is a sanitary sewer and water connection to the city up on the Nordic Drive on the west side. So that's basically the whole utility plan for the entire site. Everything is been in coordination with the city's engineers and CFU as far as this is concerned. Even the technicality is being conveyed. Moving on to the landscape plan, the lot area is about 115,232 square feet. As per the requirement, 15% of the area should be allowed as open space, but the proposed plan have almost twice the area that is required as far as open space is concerned. Requirements for the points is quite met. The minimum landscaping point required for this site is 4,083 points, whereas the proposed is 5,835. Plan includes mix of shrubs and trees, white pine and emerald green arborvitae, about 5 to 6 feet in high. There is street trees and parking lot trees also, which are additionally proposed. We have maintained that the screening of the parking lot is concerned. That was one of the concerns because it's a prime property located on the entrance to the highway. I think all the landscaping requirements, everything stated, are met. Moving on to the facade of the hotel. Proportion-wise, this is a 5-story building. The surrounding properties are about 3 to 4-story high, but they generally sit on the higher mound than this hotel. So basically, if you see the proportion, it's going to be almost the same. Regarding the roof shape, this hotel features unique roof style, that is single slope roofing size. And it is going to give more contemporary look to the architecture is concerned. The other roofs in the surrounding area, surrounding properties are either pitch roofs or either flat roofs used by industrial buildings. So it's a nice blend between the two. Regarding the pattern is concerned, it has checkered and repeated horizontal patterns of different colors, and that would be like fiber cement sidings. And to me, the overall composition makes it more undulating, which is nice. It breaks the facade. Even the floor plans are laid out in such a manner that there is a zigzag formation, and it leaves like the facade is breaked and it's not continuous. Regarding the colors, it's mostly teal blue, tan, brick red, and its stones. Materials is more of fiber cement sidings and stonework in the first floor, like the entire periphery is stonework. As I told you about architectural styles, it's contemporary. With exposed roof sidings, it's going to give more better look. Moving on to the site lighting, on the highlighted circles are the positions where the light poles will be in place. The light poles are basically LED luminaires, and it would be lighting the entire periphery. They are the downcast lights, so that shouldn't be a problem. Signages, there are 2 wall signs proposed that totally aligns with the requirement as far as zoning is concerned. So there is one on the face of west side, whereas the one is facing on the east side on the highway. So both these wall signs would be aluminum bags with channel letters, and that would appear gray during the day and illuminate white during the night. And on the right side, as you see on the screen, that would be a sample sign that would be up. Signs are in well proportion as far as the size and the area is concerned. Apart from it, the applicant is also proposing 2 monument signs up on the Nordic Drive. So it's going to be like by 5 feet high and 7 feet wide. They would be made of angular frames and a shoe-style box face. The signs will be like illuminating white during the night and gray during the daylight. That's much of it. We've seen the proposal, and Community Development Department has reviewed in details, and we recommend approval subject to the following conditions. Any comment or direction specified by Planning and Zoning Commission, and conforming to all city staff recommendation and technical requirements. Any questions, comments?
So I would just note that this was on your agenda for your last meeting that was canceled due to weather, and just in the interest of moving this along, unless the commission feels there's more information needed for this project, we would recommend that you make a recommendation to council tonight.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is anyone representing the applicant that would like to please come forward and give your name and address?
Om Patel, 2706 James Street, Coralville, Iowa.
Looks like a good project. Is there any other comments? You would like to
No,
share?
but I think JD did a great job in explaining the project. So just a quick introduction on who we are, Hawkeye Hotels. We did the Hampton Inn project in downtown Cedar Falls here, which opened a couple months ago. So good to see familiar faces here, and appreciate all the help with that project. Just to touch a little bit more on the brand itself, so this is more of an extended stay hotel within the Marriott family. So it's one of 31 brands that Marriott has. And when I say extended hotel, it's more catered towards the 3 to 5 business day corporate traveler compared to the Hampton Inn, which is more corporate for 1 to 2 nights on average. So in different municipalities where we've developed residence inns, what we've seen is it really drives and grows a demand for corporate travelers that are trying to stay for more than just the 1 or 2 nights. It has full suites, so it's all kitchenette units. Yeah, we've worked with JD and David on the design aspect of things, and I think the building is looking really nice with the fiber cement panels and the stone on the first floor. So yeah, looking forward to doing this project and working with y'all.
Great.
Any questions or comments?
Questions for Mr. Patel? Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd open it up to anybody in the audience who would like to address the commission on this item. If so, please come forward and give your name and address. Seeing none, we'll close it to the public comment and bring it back to the commission for discussion, And a motion, and/or motion?
I think it's a great project. It's the perfect location for an extended stay hotel, and I would move to approve.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? It looks like a very nice project, and I think moving it forward. So tonight, we do not have our electronic voting working, so we're going to vote by voice vote, if I can spit that out, and we're going to ask Karen to call the roll for that
Okay.
vote.
All right, Atkins?
Aye.
Hartley?
Aye.
Holst?
Aye.
Larson?
Aye.
Leeper?
Aye.
Lynch? Aye. Saul?
Aye.
Wingert?
Aye.
Motion
So-
carries.
Yeah, so that motion carries, and that will go on to the city council, do we know when?
Let's see, what is their dates of city council? It will be not the one next week, but the following
following.
city council meeting.
Okay. All right, well, that concludes our regular business for tonight. Does anyone want to go over the commission updates, Karen?
Yes, I wanted to let you know that the conflict of interest ex parte communication session has been rescheduled for your next Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on February 26th. And on March 11th, we're planning a special work session with the commission. We'll probably hold that in the Duke Young Room rather than in the council chambers here, similar to how council holds their work sessions. The purpose of that work session is just to go through the process that we're hoping to follow for the zoning code update for downtown. So it's really not about the code itself, but really just about kind of how we're going to run it through the process and answer any questions that you might have about that. So it'll just be an informal discussion. And we'll let you know exactly how they want to, if we want to run that at 5:30 and have the formal meeting after that. We need to discuss internally what that exact schedule will be, but we'll post that then on the agenda.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Is there any other items of discussion? Otherwise, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second? Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.